So you got to understand that when we get to a certain point, that everything that we went through as kids, it messes with us eternally. And I can't count like the number of times like where, like one time I was sleeping and I woke up and there was 3 mice on my chest. People won't tell you that. People are afraid to open up and tell you these things, but it's a reality. And it's a lot of kids in our environment that went through what they going through. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be the first to admit that I'm somebody that went through a lot, and I ain't afraid to speak on it. I ain't afraid to talk about it. I ain't afraid to, tell you my hardships and my failures and my life. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they said the audio broke up on Facebook. Yeah. We back on Facebook too. What's the Facebook name?
Same thing it was before.
No, I ain't never tell them. CMP?
CMPradio.net.
Go to Facebook, CMPradio.net. We back on.
Make sure y'all share this live.
Make sure y'all share this live, man. People need to hear this, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Fifth Street. Shout out to Chester. Shout out to every net like I am, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to everybody, man. I love you all, man. And that's what was big for me. So like, back to what I was saying with the expressing ourselves and our feelings and what we've been through, it's like we got to get it off our chest. You know what I'm saying? We got to be able to. They said no sound.
Yeah.
That ain't no sound.
We good. No sound. It's sound. Can y'all hear us now on the live stream?
The sound. All right.
Oh, perfect. We good.
Okay, good. Yeah. So like back to us being able to express ourselves and open up, man. It's like we've been through so much in life, being from where we've come from, and everybody goes through their respected differences, their respected adversity. Mm-hmm. So it's not on us to judge what they go through. Like, I could be like, I had the hardest life in the world. I'm my own person. Right. Like, just because I said that don't mean it's the same for you. But that don't leave it on us to judge that person. You know what I'm saying? Understand that person. You know what I'm saying? Talk to that person. And that's something that I'm big on, man. And it come back to like being able to like literally the small things that go to the biggest way. Like, for instance, we got a camp in the summer. I speak to everybody that's going to volunteer, everybody that's going to come support. I speak to them before the camp even go, and I tell them, hey, listen, you're going to have some kids that feel away. You're going to have some kids that ain't eat today. You're going to have some kids that just in a bad mood and don't even want to be here, but their parents brought them here. It ain't on them. I'm putting it on you.
Right.
Like, go out your way to make sure this kid is good. Like, you a grown adult. You volunteered your services to be here. You know what it was like to be a kid in Chester?
Right.
So like when you come in here, I need you to speak and act accordingly. So now this is my name. This is like everything that goes through CHAP is with Rondae. So like if somebody say, yo, why your parent arguing with a kid? No, we not doing none of that. We not moving like that. So now when we go to these camps, you'll see all my people, we making sure these kids have fun. If they have an attitude, we pull them to the side. I'll stop the whole camp. And they'll tell you, I'll stop the whole camp and make sure this one kid is good. Right. And if not, you know what I do? I treat them with love. Right. Yo, give me 25 push-ups right now, young boy. Hey, you know what I'm saying? And then I tell my counselors, I say the same thing. I be like, listen, if this kid feel a woo-woo, be like, listen, Rondae called me. Like, you could be innovative with it. Rondae called me. He said, yo, you acting crazy. Give him 25 push-ups. The counselor called me on FaceTime. I said, yo, give him 25 right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, little things like that where it's fun and it's also creative, it kind of take you a long way to be like, okay. So now we mix up the teams because, you see, you come in the joint, these kids might be from the east side. So they played at the little court on the east side all together. These kids might be from the west side. They play. So now it's like, yo, we putting all y'all on a different team.
On the same team. Right.
So now y'all going to meet other kids and I'm telling them, yo, man, dap him up. Ask him. Y'all might got the same favorite food, the same Disney character, the same video game. Like y'all might be the best of friends.
And
but
don't even know it.
Don't even know it.
Won't even where you come from.
Parents is probably friends.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Parents was probably friends back in the day, right?
And the crazy thing is, I met some people in life where like I didn't even know our parents knew each other until I'm 25.
25 years old.
Like, why damn, your mom is such a my mom and your mom was just at the chicken spot. Or
where do you think that disconnect happened at? Like,
It's communication.
no, it ain't even that, because we talking about kids. The disconnect come from, I swear to, this is so crazy. I was just talking to people, like, we go back to like, everybody do something, right?
Right.
You may work kids out basketball, you may work kids out football, you may work kids out or teach kids art, you may teach kids music, right. How many times in our city do we see this trainer walk by this trainer and be like, "What's up, baby?" Right. Or like, hardly ever.
Right.
Never.
Like most of them probably beefing about some BS because your workout was trash. Or
it's really over the money. Why he got 30 kids in his training class and I only got 6.
You know what I'm saying? So like we got to look at it like this. Like, come on, man, this ain't about you and your pride and your ego, cuz. Like, so now I'm at the point where like, all right, if you work kids out in Chester in basketball or football, I'm trying to get a facility where we got a football, like turf and all that, and then we got a basketball court.
Yes, that's what we need.
We got like 4 courts in there, and then we got a whole field. It's like whatever sports we got, we gonna put it all in the facility, right? So now that y'all gotta speak, bro. Y'all ain't got like no choice. You ain't got no choice. You coming to this gym. This is all access for every trainer, every coach, whatever y'all need. Listen, I'm not in it for money, bro. I'm in it for happiness. I'm in it for love. I'm in it for respect.
You know how you scare people when you say you're not in it for money? Honestly.
What you mean by that?
When you say I'm not doing this for money, people get scared to death of you. Especially people that are doing it.
Shout out to Mo Nelson
for money.
Isaiah Whitehead, man, Brooklyn all day.
When they're doing it for money,
Coney Island,
and you say you're not doing it for money, you scare the shit out of them, bro. They be like, nah, we gotta make sure. Nah, he can't open up nothing. He not doing it for any money. He not trying to profit off of it. Listen.
But here's the thing: you already profiting and you're respected. I'm not saying. And like you not doing it for money. I'm saying I'm not doing it for money. So like I'm not, listen, say I'll give you an example for people that might be nervous or scared out there. Like if I open a facility where we doing football, basketball, soccer, baseball, lacrosse, whatever, the whole shebang.
That's a major facility, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I open this facility, I'm not charging you, bro. You can bring in 50 kids a week.
I'm charging you. Making
$20 per kid, whatever the case may be.
Right.
You know what I'm gonna ask you, bro? Help keep the lights on, bro. Y'all like we got 40 trainers in here.
Right.
All y'all give kickback. If you make $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, bro, you just put 10% back into the field house or whatever we call it.
But what you're doing is opening doors that these trainers don't have right now currently. So the amount of time they can spend in there, if you tell the trainer he could be in there from 8 hours, if you sit in there and you got 10 basketball courts in there, and we can't name 10 trainers in the city, right? Then every trainer has a basketball court, right? Every trainer, then they can play up against each other. We can have our own.
That's my listen. That's my but listen. This is my point on the whole idea is. If you got your kids down on this court at 5 o'clock and I got my kids on the other court, 3 courts down, 5 o'clock, yo, bring y'all kids together, man. We can play some ones. We can play fives. Like
you're gonna make them better, man. Competition.
And at the same time, they busting it up with another kid that they might have never worked out with, because this kid go to Charter and this kid go to Stetzer or this kid go to Ridley or whatever. But like we all from Chester, bro. And then that's where when we turn a certain age, we like when I was growing up, if kid like this is where I say the disconnect was. When I was growing up, if kids played basketball and they wound up beefing with another kid or whatever, it's because they never really talked to that kid. You know what I'm saying? But if we showing them like, yo, it's all right to check on the other kid or other coach, like we the example setter. So like, for instance, I'm in the gym and one trainer coach walk by another trainer coach and I see it, I'm like, yo, what y'all got going on, bro? Like,
like, nah, man, he was hollering at my baby mom.
He yelled at my son wrong or whatever. I'll be like, all right, listen, somebody got to take the high route, bro, because the kids see this. Like, and if you really in it for the kids and not for anything else, like you really care about the kids. Beef
should be the last thing on your mind.
Yo, literally, no BS. No BS. Like, no, come on, all jokes aside. If you really in it for the kids, if you really in it for the kids, man, like worrying about how another man feel or how another man look at you
should be the last thing.
Should be the last thing on your mind. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I've been trying for a minute to get everybody together, but I get it. We don't have the facilities to get everybody together.
We don't got the fun places. We don't got nothing.
But listen, we have tons of people that have accomplished things in the community,
and that's where
have gone places.
That's where coming together.
And that's why coming together is so important. You don't have to be the main person with your name.
So no, real, like, no funny stuff. So like, I'm going through it now where like, I feel like if and I know everybody see it, and I know they know that I'm doing something, and like anybody that's somebody in Chester, they'll tell you I called their phone. I swear to God,
right.
If I know like you somebody or whatever, and you from Chester, like. You can call Jameer, ask him. You can, I'm saying names. You can call Jalil. You can call Reed. You can call any of them. I called their phone, bro. So if I know you from Chester and you can impact it in a way, I don't care what people said about you or how they feel about you. Like we know these people.
Absolutely.
We made it and we know these people. So it's like they could have. Like I was talking to my cousin. He in the feds right now, and I was telling him like, yo, you know, it's so crazy how like all the stuff I did as a kid could have altered and changed my whole life.
Your whole life, your whole trajectory.
Like, my whole trajectory would have been done. Like these people in here right now, they know I was a rebel. Like I was ready for whatever. So like they know like if I would have got caught for doing this, or if I would have like my whole life would have been done.
Changed. Over.
So like the same for all these people that made it.
Right.
Bro, if you from Chester, you done did something you wasn't supposed to do. Like
without even thinking about it.
Without thinking about it. Like it was normal.
Yeah.
It was normal. If you from Chester, you did some shit that you wasn't supposed to do.
But maybe they haven't meditated. Maybe they haven't got all their chakras aligned, so their stuff is off, so they really don't know what they're supposed to do. That's how I see it. I don't know how we can go left with 10 people. You can name at least 10 people that have accomplished some highly accomplishable shit.
No, but you got to look at it like as much as you want them or like to be like, yo, these people got that in them.
Right.
They don't. It's crazy, but like, and I ain't even saying they don't got it in them to help the community. I'm saying like everybody ability to feel one another
is different.
Right. So like, for instance, I know Jalil is helping the community.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know Reek doing his little, but everybody ability to feel it is different.
Right.
So like, I love Nip. Rest in peace.
Absolutely.
He loved the community, bro. Like you could hear it in how he articulated all his messages. You feel me? And a lot of people respected him. It's mad people from where he from.
Absolutely.
It's mad people from those areas, but they don't love it like he love it. Everybody's ability to love something is different.
It's different. It's absolutely different. I understand that.
So now what I did was I took the responsibility of bringing all of those people together. So like they might not hear from me every day, but I hit somebody in 6 months like, yo, like I'm trying to do this. Do I have your support? Yeah. Ooh. That's all I need. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when that ball drop and when everything, all the stars align, I know I got you.
Well, can you say everybody's not a humanitarian?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's the big picture of everything that we working on, everything that we doing. Like people gotta understand it's gonna take time. You know what I'm saying? People gotta understand that this is how we gotta move. We can't think that I'm about to make $5 million off of jumping on board with Rondae. Nah, we ain't. You might, listen, crazy thing is you might, like, your life might change drastically coming on board. Right. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't about to happen tomorrow.
It's going to take some time for you to work.
Exactly, because my whole message and my whole mindset is to teach people how to be owners and how to live and be for themselves. You kind of, when you look at it like all the cribs you ever been in the community, bro, and my crib included, my uncle's crib, my older brother's crib, my best friend right here crib, like a lot of our cribs, bro, it ain't how people would think it is. I ain't saying right now, I'm saying back in the day or whatever. But like that go with who we are as people, it's like, dog, we don't even know how to take care of our own crib.
We don't.
You know what I'm saying? So now we got to educate our people on doing this and being better, whether that's a class every 2 weeks where, like, say I build an affordable home complex, 20 stories.
Right.
Every other week, I got a team of people that we're paying from the city or whatever, people that work for us. We giving out jobs and everything, where people come in and educate you and show you, like, who organize your stuff, teach you this, get you the whole works and nines. So you don't create this clutter and this like, you know what I'm saying? That's where the ants, the mice, the roaches, they all come in. You know what I'm saying? Like little things like that, where people don't understand how housing is tied to education, education is tied to jobs, and jobs is correlated all into the same message and the same mindset, where, like, bro, if I'm in a room, bro, and I tell the whole world this, man, and we'll replay it or whatever, bro, I went to bed till I was like 14, and I ain't afraid to say it. He'll tell you right here, my uncle, and he had to sleep next to me. My brother had to sleep next to me.
He was staying on you?
So, like, you gotta think about, bro, if your water off, no funny shit. If your water off and you can't wash your clothes and you gotta go to school the next day, like I went to school smelling like piss, dog. Right. You know how nervous I had to spray my shit with Febreze.
Right.
So now I'm going in there and I smell like Febreze, and I know these people about to clown me. How you asking me to learn something, to comprehend this message?
Right.
I just heard 3 people get shot.
I wish a motherfucker would say I smell like piss.
I heard 3 people get shot. One of them might have been my family.
Right.
I'm already mentally.
You're already on edge.
Already on edge. I'm mentally. I'm up. Excuse my language. I'm messed up. You know what I'm saying? So, like, now you ask me to come in here and then to take notes and study for 8 hours.
I'm not studying nothing.
I don't care about this. I'm trying to figure out why I ain't had no breakfast. I'm trying to figure out why I ain't got no water, bro. Like, hot water off. I can't wash my clothes. So now you asking me to do what? Man, you might care about me, but I don't care about that.
Right.
I'm trying to see why my mom's sad, or why, like, my grandma crying.
Why my mom ain't been home in 2 days.
Why my mom ain't been home.
Right.
So now once we fix the problem of, like, yo, we making houses where kids don't even got front yards or backyards to play. And then we try and wonder why, like, anything ain't going right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's a project. It's literally a project, right? And
the project don't come together until we all come together.
Until we all come together, bro. Like, that's every point of this city, right? From close to Eddystone all the way to close to Marcus Hook. We have to come together. There's those from the top of fucking Chester Township to the bottom of what's down there? That's still Eddystone. Eddystone run all the way across. Yeah, run all the way to the top of Woodland. We have to come together, and there's no from 25th Street to 1st Street. There is no 1st Street anymore. But there are some people that probably live down there, and they're still a part of this community, right? We can't continue to think that everything is separate, because it affects us all the same way. The same way, right? So, you know, I'm big on therapy. I preach therapy, right? I tell everybody therapy works. You don't know, ask me how. Pick up the phone, call a therapist. You can inbox me. Ask me for the therapist number. I'll give you the therapist number. Talk to the therapist, right? And then understand what gifts you've been. And it wasn't until I went to therapy that this radio station came out of me.
You can literally call your health insurance, and they'll give you.
Don't nobody have health insurance. Everybody don't have health insurance, Doc.
Right. I'm just saying for people that do.
You can call Medicaid. You can call Medicaid and find it.
You can call them.
Right. But I definitely have 2 doctors on deck for y'all, right? Because I feel like, and Chester Community Coalition does free therapy, and they meet over, what's that church on 7th Street across from the LV? Calvary? Is it Calvary?
I'm not sure.
7th Street across from the LV.
Right.
Ooh, we'll get back to y'all.
Leroy Ambrose, he's a good brother, right? Good therapist. But you need to talk to somebody, because communication starts right there. Just talking to someone that can't judge you, that can't sit there and I sat there and I cried on that man's couch, bro. Like, literally, I cried on his couch, man. And he just looked at me. He was like, man, what you want to be when you grow up? I was 36 years old. What you mean when I grow up? I'm grown. He's like, no, what'd you want to be when you first started selling drugs? You stop evolving, you stop growing, you stop reading books, you stop intriguing yourself on different things.
Shiloh.
There
Hey,
it is.
appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Chester in the house.
Right. So,
Hey, shout out to Ambitious Kai. That's my brother too.
all right. Shiloh Baptist Church. Yeah. So at Shiloh Baptist Church, Chester Community Coalition, they're giving out free therapy, grief therapy, and there's grief for every. You can go through grief, losing your job, right? It's not just about somebody dying, a loss, any kind of loss, losing money. You can go through grief, right? Mm-hmm. So hit them up, man. Talk to them. It's free. Right? So go down there and talk to my good people down there, Chester Community Coalition.
I think. Sorry for cutting you off,
good, bro.
But I think the biggest thing with understanding that speaking to somebody is excellent is understanding the demographic behind it. Because
right.
you think about it like, how many times for our people in our society where if you say, yo, you need to see somebody or you need to talk to somebody where they connect that with you crazy. Or you need medicine.
So my mom, when my dad died, I was 12 years old, and my aunt told my mom, you and John need to go see therapy. And she was like, what do you mean I need to go see therapy? And it wasn't until recently when my mom actually said all of those things, right? She was like, I thought she was judging me. I didn't think it could help me, right? And I went left. Like I was doing all types of crazy stuff, right? And for me to still be here, right? It's a blessing for me to still be here. So I don't knock anybody. Go to therapy. You talk to therapy. Nobody's saying you crazy. I just talked to a brother outside the car. He said him and his wife were dealing with something. She lost her sister about a year ago. I gave him Leroy Ambrose's number. I said, call. Go with your wife. Talk with your wife because she's going through something, but she can't tell you, right? Because she don't know what she's going through. She just knows she's hurting. And we don't always know that we're going through something or that we need to talk to someone else. So it's there. So definitely take advantage of it, right? Leroy Ambrose. We got a couple other therapists. Put the babe in there that used to do the show. Put her name, tag her name.
So right now, what we doing is we pretty much setting it up for like everything that we saying right now. We want y'all to connect with us, pretty much. Yo, call Ren. Tell me something. Calling me.
You said Ren?
Yeah. Yo, what we doing right now is trying to connect the dots. So we know we got trainers out there. We know we got trauma and grief supporters out there, people that are professionals at it. Right. We know we got teachers. We know we got artists. We know we have painters. We got the whole nine, engineers, architects. We got the list goes on for forever.
It definitely goes on for
all
forever.
from Chester.
Right.
Bring everybody together.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I'm trying to do a project, I want everybody to understand this. This is like some of the realest stuff I had to figure out was like some of our people don't understand it, but I'm gonna say it still, and I'm gonna keep preaching it because I want everybody to understand it, and I have to. That if I'm trying to build a gymnasium, right, or I'm trying to build an apartment complex, or I'm trying to build a school, or I'm trying to build a you name it. Why can't we get all those people that we got on the same board? So we need the painters, we need the architects, we need the engineers, we need the community. So why can't we form a team of people where like, yo, like if I go to anybody else outside of Chester, they're gonna be like, all right, you trying to build a gym? All right, this is gonna cost $250,000, this is gonna cost about $40,000, 30 numbers, it's gonna come up to about $1 million too. Right. Why can't I form a team of these respected people in Chester where we work off equity? So now I'm teaching y'all to be owners.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? If I got 10 projects and I want y'all to become equity owners in this project, how we all come together? You feel me? Or like, for instance, we got companies that restaurants, we got clothing companies, we got all the small businesses or whatever, where like they only can reach the people that they know and those people that may like it and reach out to other people. Let's build a platform where like everybody can reach everybody.
So Lakeisha Lawrence has Mind Our Own Businesses, right? That's a platform, right? It's already done.
And
where
what
she's
is
bringing businesses together and networking with businesses. She's going to have a show here at the radio station where she's talking to different business owners, trying to bring them together. So but that's all started right. That's all started with understanding that we need each other.
But then we speak on the side of things of like, how many of us want that?
I think it's enough, honestly.
So now we say it's enough, but what about the other ones? How do we like?
They're not going to move until we do it.
And that's what I wanted them to hear.
Right.
Like a lot of us need to see before we do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It comes down,
Look what they just did. We can do it too.
Exactly.
We'll get it done.
So now it comes down to everybody that's watching this or whoever may believe in being the first of taking that leap of faith. So then we ain't stopping no blessings. Like I ain't about to say, all right, we capping it off at 5 companies. We capping it off at 10 companies. No, we will do this and go as far as
we possibly can.
Exactly. So now it just comes down to everybody that's watching or who may see this reaching out to us. So we build the coalition of togetherness, unity, love. You know what I'm saying? And then we slowly start to show the people. So like, if I'm building a gym, I would really and highly appreciate all the trainers coming together and helping me figure out how to build this gym.
All the trainers, football, basketball, baseball, soccer, right? Because we have, and I hate to say it, we have some of the most athletic children in the world right here.
Without a doubt.
Right? I don't know if it's in the water. I don't know what it is, right? But some of the most athletic children, they started a soccer team, and the kids were on the soccer team looking good on the soccer field. So you can't say, I want to say the children that didn't know how to play soccer is because soccer wasn't pushed. But basketball isn't for everybody. Football isn't for everybody, right? The kid that basketball and football and baseball isn't for might be built for soccer, boxing, right? We have tons of talent in this community, right? But we have to get the kids to understand that this is what they need to be doing. We as adults have to push them. We have to push the boxing. We have to push the soccer. We have to push the baseball. And they got to be
exposed to all of them so they can figure out their niche as well.
Absolutely. If you build it, they will come. And that's what it is. So we get a coalition of the willing.
But you see that, right? If you build it, they'll come. I can't build it by myself.
Right.
Like, I don't got 20 million in the bank, 30 million. Like, I can't I need y'all. You feel me? Like, I ain't afraid to say that. Like, I show the world my, like, you know what I'm saying? I can't be, like, I don't trip about nothing. Because I'm not out here, like, portraying to the world, like, I got 30 M's. I got bust down rollies, chains, or like, I'm that bull. I don't portray myself like that. You feel me? So, like, y'all got to respect it when I come to you real. I can't build it without y'all.
He just fixed it. He said, once y'all start making moves, people will come. Right. So
so now it's as a whole. So it like it's about like
it might take about 3 years.
Yeah, like like even I would say, I'm gonna be honest with you, like we might start seeing things developed on our end. From when I say our end, I'm talking about like the CHAP coalition. Like everybody out there that comes with us, y'all with us. Right. Jay with us. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when we start building off of that, man, it's only a matter of time that we get the government behind us and we get those people behind us, but we got to come together first. Right. Because if they hearing 60 different messages,
it ain't going to work.
It ain't going to work.
It ain't going to work.
You feel me? So now that we come together as a whole and we talking as one message, but everything going to get done. Like, yo, you a part of this. You an owner in this. You feel me? You may got a
minority state.
You know what I'm saying? You may got a company that's like, that don't got nothing to do with sports. Like, you got a hair company, but you came under our umbrella.
You got a little barbershop in there for the kids that need haircuts. There's going to be kids that's going to come through there.
Exactly.
There's so many things that we can incorporate inside of this, the state-of-the-art facility. You want to talk about rappers? All right, you get Jalil to put a studio in that joint, right? Jokers come through and practice there. It's a safe zone for kids, and it's open. I don't want to say it's 24 hours, but it's always open. You got beds over on the other side.
No, listen. I would say this. When you talk about, like, putting all that together, think about all the people that's going to cross each other's paths. You know what I'm saying? If the first thing, you think about it like, what movie was that where they did a gambling thing where the Asian dude was a better. He was a better, and they put fives everywhere he went. He saw 55, 55, 55.
Right.
So subconsciously in your mind, you programming them to think 55.
Right.
But he thinking nobody else is paying attention to this.
55.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when he get to the point where like he making bets and he winning, woo. I won a couple bets. Now the dude say, pick any number out there. Look at all the numbers, pick any number out there.
He said 55.
He said 55.
Right.
He subconsciously was programmed without even knowing it.
Say 55.
To say 55. You feel me? So now if we putting a message out there like love, unity, respect.
11. I knew it was one of them. Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Corey. Or who I appreciate you. So like now that we look at it like that, like, all right, we got love, happiness, unity, all these things is in our facility. It's subconsciously programming you, like from the music to the aesthetics to the people that run the facility. Everything is preaching and giving you love. Mm-hmm. It's gonna rub off on you eventually.
Absolutely.
So now when you go back around your homie, he gonna be like, damn, bro, why you so happy, bro?
Man, I'm just trying to give you some of this love.
I'm trying to give you some of this love. You know what I'm saying?
Pause.
No, but then he gonna like, damn, where you go today? He gonna say
eventually it's gonna rub off on him too.
And then it's going, and then that's the cycle. So now we talking about a cycle, a transfer, transcending process that take time. You know what I'm saying?
It's real simple. We just need the money to do it.
Exactly. And where we get the money from is so crazy is by coming together and getting those, like, it's people that'll pay for this, bro. Imagine if I went to I was like, listen, hey, I can call a CEO of a company, right? Like one of my closest friends, he owns NY Surgical,
right?
I can call him and be like, hey, listen, I got 30,000 people behind me,
right?
You know what I'm saying? They really they behind me, and I can show you they behind me too.
Right. Let me open this door.
They 30,000 outside.
Right
Yo, right.
He gonna be like that'll light up to those people. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's about numbers. It's about support.
It's about support.
So if I can say that and back it up, then the numbers and the money, all that just gonna flow. You feel me?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like I got those people in line that want to help. Like, and it ain't even about helping like, yo, I want to help Chester. It's about like, yo, they want to help a genuine person.
Right.
And like I stand before them.
Right.
As genuine as they come.
Right.
And like I'm not asking nobody for a handout or nobody for $1. Like what you need me to do or how you need me to be or like whatever. And I tell anybody, like if I sold my soul, bro, I probably would have had 100 million right now. I ain't selling my soul. You know why?
It's worth too much too.
Worth too much.
Not money wise, but just physically, like that atonement that you
like
get from everything that you do. The blessings. I tell people all the time, man, it ain't about the money for me, right? It's about me learning this craft, right? And then maybe one day it'll be about the money for one of my kids. Right, if they see how much I put into it, but right now it's about me learning this craft and reaching the people and talking to the people of this community. And do I cuss? Absolutely. Do I drink? Absolutely, I do. I'm just letting them know that I'm just like y'all.
Finish that bottle. You gotta finish that, John.
I gotta finish.
Yeah, the rest of that definitely.
Because we had a lot. Yeah, definitely. Nah, man, it's something that's like really needed at an all-time high, man. Of like. The coming together part is essential to our people, and it's like it's necessary, it's needed, it's the most prominent thing that we can do as a person that care. Like I challenge you to reach out to those people because it's easy for me to call a guy like you. It's easy for me to call a guy like Corey. It's easy for me to call a guy like Biz, homeless, haircuts.
Right.
It's easy for me to call Ray Strickland. You know what I'm saying? It's easy for me to call anybody in Chester.
That's the people you go after first, the easy people, because I'm gonna bring 10, Ray gonna bring 10,
no,
Corey gonna bring 20.
What I'm saying, but what I'm saying is I want them to call each other too.
We call each other.
You and Corey.
I call haircuts for the homeless.
No, I'm talking about like how many other people that we got in the city that's trying to do something that we probably like? No, I ain't throwing no shots, but we just don't speak to them. It just is what it is. Like we respect it, you respect it, but we just don't speak to them. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. I challenge you, or I challenge them to call them.
We challenge me. I ain't calling nobody. Nah, but honestly, I definitely agree with you, right?
You see what I'm saying, though? Like, we gotta like
because people feel as though, well, I worked hard in my situation, so I ain't gotta call nobody. If they need me, they gotta call me.
But you don't gotta be that way.
I'm definitely not that way. I pick up the phone and call everybody. I'm always asking for people.
All right, that's what I'm like. Right. I'm here to say that. Right. So like, yo, you don't gotta feel that way. Like, did you have this conversation with that person?
How you gonna tell me how to feel though?
Did you have that conversation with that person? Speak to that person.
I ain't gotta talk to him. I'm me. I did what I did. But I got 20 years on this shit.
But hold on. Hey, look. Hey, listen. Hey, listen.
They get to talk
and
listen. Like huh?
Listen. And this how you listen. And this how you handle these type of situations. It's like I respect you got 20 years in it. I respect it. I love it. That's a lot of people would have gave up 15 years ago, bro. I respect you got 20 years in it.
Right.
But off that 20 years, let's build on it. Let's grow bigger.
Why should I let you build on my 20 years? Put your own 20 years in.
Listen, I'm not trying to take from your 20.
What you
trying to add to it?
How you gonna add to my 20 years?
Do you know these? Let's throw out specifics. All right. You know these 30 people that I know? No, I don't know them, but I don't care.
I don't need to know them. Right.
He gonna say that, right?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But these 30 people can help you grow.
I don't need their help. I got my own people to help me.
and that's where we fall, and that's where we give up. We like, yo, you know what we do? We touch somebody that's respected by that person. Now you hitting a different spot because he may not know you, and this the first conversation you had with him. So
he gonna be defensive. Anyway.
He defensive off rip because people connived him in his lifetime. So now,
if they got it, it was meant for them to have it. They was gonna get it regardless. That's how I look at it, right?
But you got to also look at it like, even still, they don't understand why they got it.
But yeah, that's why I don't have no beef with nobody. Like I literally had to come in here and say all the things that I've done in my life, right? Mm-hmm. I got to put down. And I tell people all the time, it serves you no good to have beef with somebody from a former life that you don't even want people to know you were a part of now in this new life you got. Why you carrying that beef over it? No. Leave that beef there and move forward in a different direction. I tell people all the time.
Listen, I see somebody say, remember, closed mouths don't get fed. Mm-hmm. You won't know unless you ask. And that's something like, looking at that, I'm like, that is like one of the truth of truths. But you got to also understand who we are as people. Suppression is a real thing. Like, really, you know how many times you've been in the store, like, it's minor. Like, listen to this. You know how many times you've been in the store and you wanted something so bad, but your mom said, yo, you better not ask me for nothing.
I stole it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when you talk about closed mouths don't get fed, you got to look at, like, we've been suppressed since we was kids.
Absolutely.
Right. You feel me? Like, I can't have this toy, Mom, that I really want.
We grew up into a system where it suppressed us even more.
And then we go to a school where
that suppresses us even more.
Then we in the economical system
that suppresses us even more.
And then we go to a job that
we get suppresses us even more.
You know,
it's an ongoing cycle.
It's an ongoing cycle.
And then you finally break it and you say, I'm not working. I don't give a rat's ass. And you step out and you be like, oh man, I'm never gonna be suppressed again. Then you come up asking me for money, nigga. Oh, you trying to suppress me? No, I'm good. I don't want to deal with you. I'm gonna eat on my own.
But look at that. By then. Our mind is already who he is. You gotta look at it like, yo, I got a mom who about to be 50. My mom is who she is, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't come in and be like, Mom, you need to change right now. No. My mom is who she is. Right. So now it's on me. It's on the young people or the people that's around her to understand that. Like, if I'm talking to JP and JP is like, he a type person, he love you every time he see you. He'll hug you, tell you how much he proud of you, woo woo, but like he don't call you. Right. That's cool. Right. It's okay for you to call JP.
Right.
And then when you see JP, it's still love. Even if you ain't call him in 2 months, when you see him, it's still love. So now we got to understand that through our processing and through our messaging of like, everybody knows if I don't see them, bro, I ain't seen some people I ain't seen in 5, 10 years.
Right.
But when they see me,
It's
like,
all love.
It's all love.
It's like I seen you yesterday.
It's all love, bro. It was a girl I went to high school with, man, and I never like did nothing with her, none of that. And I seen her on a random street. I got out the car, gave her a hug. Like, I ain't like it, like that. I bet you
changed her whole dynamic of her day.
And I bet you if I call her right now, I'll be like, hey, I need you to like just
Whatever you need.
And that's the little stuff that go a long way.
Yeah, little shadow.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And that's where we kind of got to get our young brothers and sisters back to of like.
But they got to see it because they see us beefing. They see us fighting from the politics to every situation. Everywhere you look at in a black community, we're fighting with each other, right? People fighting with the school district. People fighting with the police station. People fighting with the mayor. People fighting over here, So all they know is fighting. So it's like we have to walk in the light of, forgiveness and entrepreneurial spirit and building with each other. For the kids to even pay that any mind, they got to see that it works. They're not going to go off our words. It's not going. It's not going to go off us just talking about it. We got to show.
Yeah. We got to definitely show them. We definitely got to be there for them, man. We definitely got to come together at an all-time high. That's what it's about. So we gonna keep doing our part on what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? And then some. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's about us taking that next step and like really like if you really for the people, I'm calling you out.
Absolutely.
I'm checking. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Who else is going to do it?
Wait out there until he tell me what he want because he told me to call him. Yeah.
What else are you supposed to do?
Exactly.
Nothing else.
Exactly.
Right.
So some of our people might not know that, but like I said, like when I was growing up, bro, it was a bunch of people in my corner that was like, yo, they wouldn't let me do that. You know what I'm saying? Like in this area, they wouldn't let me do that. In this area, they wouldn't let me do that. So we got to understand that. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be.
Right.
You feel me? So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's Uncle P, man. It's Rondae. Doc Henny in the building, man. Listen, we just want to tell the community, man. Anything Rondae say do, you better do. No. We not playing like this. Listen, like we need us. Like, and it's been something that I've preached here at the radio station since the beginning.
Appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man.
Accountability and transparency is key. And we have to continue to build each other up. If there's any brothers and sisters out there, the radio station is here to promote you, right? And I don't think I asked for a lot of money, right? But, everything costs money. Right? So, you come through the radio station, you can build, you can have a talk show, you can have a podcast, anything to get your message out there. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Rondae, everything that he's trying to do, trying to get the businesses to come together, the foundations, the organizations that are out here that are putting the kids first. Let's come together. Let's do this together, right? We can't be great unless the talents and the strengths that we have come together to make us greater. It's CMPRadio.net, man. It's your boy Uncle P. I want to thank you, Rondae, for stopping through. Let's run down the name brands. You got Sack Styles.
Sack Styles on
Right.
right now.
I was on
100 Proof.
I had what else? I had on X.
100 Proof.
100 Proof.
100
Goy.
Proof.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Make sure y'all go and cop all this
100
gear.
Proof. My brothers. Yeah. Shout out to my brothers.
John
and my
Parker,
sisters.
Eli, where you at? That's the Instagram name.
Right.
We got the backside too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Dope.
Sean Die.
Dope. Funk, I got to get over there and get a sweatsuit. You said you got a 3X for me. I'm fat now.
That Funk wear, man. His store over in Clifton Heights.
Right,
Sack
right,
Styles store over town.
Yes, sir.
Right on the Ave.
Yes, sir. Oh, and this is another one of that. We got that's all we had? Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
Shout out to all our people, man.
I'm taking something, a hat or something. I'm getting something.
For
Don't
sure,
nobody
for
never
sure.
sent P nothing.
for sure.
This is crazy.
P,
But
what you wearing right now?
This is for the high. Orange blood.
It's the playoffs right now. Make sure y'all tune in.
Right.
Shout out to Chester, man.
Shout out to Chester, man. Dope. Tuesday, we're playing in the championship game. What do they call that? What's that? The
districts.
The districts. Playing
They
in
got
the
a real good team this year.
They definitely do.
Yeah,
they definitely do.
Team.
And seeing as they only played 11 games, they're fresh.
They ain't play that many games.
They're fresh. I got a brand. You got a brand, Mark Francis? Well, hit him up. Resilient Faith Apparel. Well, hit Rondae up, man.
Shout out my man Mark Francis.
We had sandwiches. Definitely had sandwiches up this joint. You feel me? I appreciate y'all, man. All the businesses that are out here in the community, man. Keep on using the radio station, man. Talk to me. Keep on using Rondae, man. And link up with Rondae, man. You heard him say, call him. Get his number and call him. I don't care who you get his number from. But call him, man, and tell him how you can help him out, man, with everything he's trying to do. I'm taking one of these 100-proof hats. I'm taking a hat. So, I had to fight me for that. It's cmpradio.net, man. You already know, man. It's the station. Make sure you go like. Shout out to Dave Berman, the announcer. Absolutely. Shout out to Dave Berman, man. He will be announcing on Tuesday. It's all about getting them while they're young and being consistent. Absolutely. Darren Laws has been doing things in the community for a long time, bro. Long time. In there with the youth, in the high. Now I think he's at Toby Farms, helping the brothers over there. So, always being consistent. Darren, I appreciate you, good brother. Right, keep doing what you're doing. But
Absolutely.
Rondae, anything else you got to say before we roll up out of here? We done killed 2 bottles of wine. We had a nice conversation.
Yeah, for sure. I would say just, man, if I don't leave you with nothing.
Keish, I'm gonna give him your number. I'm gonna tell him to hit you up.
If I don't leave y'all with anything, I just say live with love, man. Live with love. That message and that word should transcend and speak volumes. And I want y'all to understand that we know through life that we need a certain something. It may not be a number on it. It may not be something connected to it. It's just I want to feel good. Like I want to be happy. Like we underestimate happiness.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And I want y'all to really, really think about that when you see this. Live for happiness, man. And that like
He just put the sexy voice on.
Nah, man, like I really like it's something about it that really like
It just touches you.
it touches me, man. I like really feel it. I told you when I walk by people, I feel their energy. Right. So like finding happiness is hard.
It is definitely hard. Definitely.
hard.
But when you find it, you hold on to it.
Right.
Man, cherish it, man. When people are like, something I didn't say was like, when you live in honesty, like you got to be truthful with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be truthful with yourself. Some people like, you ain't like, you might be in a situation or like hanging with some people where you're not even truthful with yourself. So how you expect them to treat you a certain way? Like any situation or any place I'm in, I try to be as honest as possible of who I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm dealing with somebody, a female, and I'm like, listen, like this is my weakness and this is how I feel and this is what I want to do. I didn't tell them that after they fell in love. Right. I told them that before.
Right.
So now it's like, even if they get mad or they upset, I still lived with honesty. So now you don't got the burden of, one, you didn't live with honesty, she mad at you, and two, you can't sleep at night knowing you lied. You know what I'm saying?
I sleep good, I'm a liar. I sleep well. I don't know what you're talking about. Nah, I'm joking.
Yo, so like, yeah, man, that's like just live with love, man. That's all I say, man.
Live with love.
I love you all. I appreciate you all. And man, just continue to strive for greatness.
Absolutely. Communication,
Chat.
accountability, and transparency. Those are the religions of cmpradio.net, right? And without those things, you can't have trust, commitment, and vulnerability. These are the things that we need in our community, right? We have to trust again. right? We have to have the commitment to stand tall throughout every adversity that comes our way. And that vulnerability, man, you got to keep grinding. You got to keep grinding. So, shout out to Rondae, man, and everything that he's doing, man. Chat, you already know, man. Calm, humble, and patient. Shout out to Doc Henny for stopping through, right? Good brother, man. Love having conversations with you. You feel me? But, man, it's Uncle P, man. We are out of here. Listen, we will have more of these conversations, I guess, whenever Rondae wants to stop through the radio station. But he's definitely welcome. Definitely welcome, man. It's cmpradio.net. It's Uncle P, man. Peace. Be safe.
Later.